Yes, family, Hotep, Salamta. Blessed love to each and every one. Give thanks for your presence with us in the tiger's nest. Of course, we glorify the life giver and the keeper of life, Emperor Haile Selassie I, in all good doings and sayings. And let me say, we had a wonderful presentation this Sunday, the Sunday past in the Tiger's Temple. One Icern was with us. We had a beautiful sit down, a beautiful vibration. We went into most things Septuagint, but of course we covered many aspects of history. And I must say, I'm looking forward to definitely sitting with the brother again sometime in the Tiger's Temple. Of course, Kwame also accompanied him, and they both really brought forward a wonderful presentation. But of course, I'm looking forward to your presence this Sunday in the Tiger's Temple, as I will be giving an online lecture this Sunday, and I will tell you a bit more of the subject area in a few moments. But I want to highlight our Tiger's Nest sweatshirts once again, family. To all the loved ones, definitely newly designed Tiger's Nest sweatshirts designed by the Honorable Prince Almasi for sure, definitely coming straight out of the Priest Isaac's Institute of Holistic Knowledge. Let me just bless up the brethren Michael Duang, and give thanks for such strength cutting and clearing. Of course, you see the different colors. This one is my more favorite of such. But let me just show the family. Remember, those of you who are interested in the international homeschool program for your young ones or for yourself, for sure, remember, for a limited time, when you order the international homeschool program, or when you enroll your young ones in our international homeschool program, you will get a free t-shirt. I am the best and I deserve the best, and only the best is coming to me now. And that is our mantra here at the Priest Isaac's Institute of Holistic Knowledge. So those of you who are already in our homeschool program, that is how we end every class. We have to say that with glee, and all the youths repeat it with us. Oh, I am the best. So when you have your I am the best shirt, of course, it definitely would add it to the whole experience. So for a very limited time, family, keep this in mind. When you enroll yourself in the international homeschool program, or you enroll your young ones specifically, for a limited time, you will definitely get shipped to you. No charge for the shipping, nothing, everything just comes straight to your door. And the only thing you have to do is tell us the size and exactly which design you want. So you can make the little one come and say which design, go on the website, see which design that they desire, and then for sure, we will definitely ship it to you once you have enrolled in the international homeschool program. Remember, of course, we're dealing with African history and heritage. Of course, we're dealing with our astronomy. Of course, we're dealing with biology and many other things, language arts, even physical exercise. We're dealing with all of that as it relates to teaching your young ones yoga. And speaking of young ones, isn't it cute? Yeah, definitely for the young ones. But anyway, let us get to the mission. So you know how to do that. Just contact us, priestisaacinstitute@gmail.com. Let us know that you like to get some more information. If this is the first time you're hearing about the homeschool program, somehow, well, that could be. You may be just tuning in for the first time. Just contact us. Visit our website, priestisaacinstitute.com. Contact us, priestisaacinstitute@gmail.com. You could also call or WhatsApp us as well, and we can send you a free preview, free of charge, of what the international homeschool program is all about. You ain't got to pay for it, and you can sit and watch it. And I'm sure you would definitely delight in what you see, and then you make the decision after that. So anyway, as I said, Sunday in the temple, we had Icern with us. and we had a beautiful sit down as we went into Septuagint and all things Septuagint specifically. And it was definitely a joy, an upful meditation that was kept with the good brother. And we went into history on a different level, something that anyone that is serious about history, whether you agree with the end result and the moral of the story and all of that, you know, but the point is that the facts that were laid down definitely uplifting to myself for sure. So I'm going to give you a little bit of that, a little bit of the reasoning of Icern. But let me ask you before I go to Icern. So who is this? I know ones might even look at it and say, "Oh yes, that's Anubis." Yes. Okay. This specifically is not Anubis, the great Anpu. Have you ever heard of Kente Amenti? Okay, this is not Kente Amenti neither. Some ones may even confuse that with Kente Amenti. We are speaking of Wet. So this Sunday in the temple, I will be giving a lecture specifically speaking about, listen to this, Kente Amenti, Wet, and Marcus Mosiah Garvey. Family, I don't know how I can begin to explain this, but the lecture that we're going to have on Sunday in the Tigers Temple specifically, you understand? So this Sunday, I would not be having any guests. No guest speaker, no roundtable discussion. It is your good brother giving a specific online lecture. So I can tell you, you can prepare yourself for something I am positive that you've never heard before. This is not a replay of the night of the Black Tiger, you know. In fact, you should look at the night of the Black Tiger before we come into the temple this Sunday. This is a real temple. Them kind of temple here is when everybody should be in the temple. And let me show you this. If you do not have a copy of the Night of the Black Tiger, do you know what the Night of the Black Tiger is? That is our third DVD full-length documentary, The Night of the Black Tiger. You could get it via the email, e-video. The Night of the Black Tiger, to be honest, one of the more outstanding of our documentaries that we have done. And for sure, and it's very child-friendly. Graphics, music, everything keeps you alive. 1 hour and 15 minutes packed with knowledge and mystics as it relates to Marcus Mosiah Garvey. Trust me. So if you do not have a copy of that, you could visit our website, PriestIsaacInstitute.com, and you could purchase a copy of The Night of the Black Tiger. Listen to me good. It is only $20. I want you to hear me here. It is only $20. If you purchase, you need to make a note of all these deals and giveaways that we're telling you. If you purchase The Night of the Black Tiger before the temple on Sunday, you will get a full month pass to the temple. So even if you already have a full month pass, which some of you already have a full month's pass to the temple, it's okay, you'll get a next full month pass if you purchase The Night of the Black Tiger. As I say, The Night of the Black Tiger, you go straight to our website. Do I have to show you that? I don't think so. You just put in the link, and of course the links are in the description below this video, and then you go to shop. And if you have any complications, just email us, PriestIsaacInstitute@gmail.com. You should watch The Night of the Black Tiger before you come into the Tiger's Temple this Sunday and sit in for this lecture that we're going to give. Trust me. But anyway, we are going to be talking about Kente Amenti and Marcus Mosiah Garvey. And of course, as I just showed you, a character there that many people would say is Anubis and Anpu, which is called Wek Wawek, which is said to be connected to the said Kente Amenti, which is said to obviously have some connection, it would appear, to Anubis. That is why people would look at the picture, look at the figurines, and right away they say, oh yes, that's the one they call Anubis. Yeah, let me just read something for you from ancientegyptonline.co.uk. And it is speaking about Kente Amenti. It is pronounced differently in certain parts and spelled differently. Sometimes you see it spelled with a Y. You don't usually see a U behind of it, but it's the same, Kente Amenti. So Kente Amenti was an Egyptian god of the necropolis at Abydos. It was thought that his temple at Abydos, founded in the late pre-dynastic period, was the first to be built there. Now listen to this. This character here, Kente Amenti, is considered to obviously be one of the oldest understanding of the Kemetic gods, because his temple built at Abydos is considered to be the oldest of the temples there in Abydos. Now that's Kente Amenti, was founded in the late pre-dynastic period. Pre-dynastic period. That means before the dynastic period. What's the dynastic period? You know about the first dynasty in Egypt with Nama and the same Menes, and the second dynasty, the third dynasty, the fourth dynasty. So you will know of all the great kings, the pyramid kings, Khufu, and even before him, and the Zoja, and these different ones. So even prior to that dynastic period there that we know of in the history book, there was a period prior to that, because Nama united North and South Kemet, isn't it? So that something was going on before that. So in that pre-dynastic time, when you had the Hor kings, H-O-R, the Horus kings. This is deep, eh? Trust me, Sunday we're going deep, deep, deep. Just believe it. I ain't gonna tell you that. And we ain't going deep. Trust me, you know me. I'm not, listen, fam, with all the respect and love, I would never come and tell you we're going deep, 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 unless we're going deep, deep, deep. Don't you see? I'm telling you, you should watch the Night of the Black Tiger before you step into the temple. So you should order it. So because I know where we're going, and because of where we're going, things that you see on the night, it would be good that you cover that already. And that alone is mystic within itself, because we're going double mystic for this one here. This is something else. Oh, I'm looking forward to Sunday. Trust me. Yeah, family. So I'm talking about, remember Heru or Hor? Remember Heru, Israel, people debate that. But I'm telling you, Heru is Ra, the same Sakar. We've already explained that, and we'll touch upon that on Sunday too. But you have a series of kings that they call the Hor kings. Let me continue and read this. I know some of you making mockery of that one there. The sunset died in the west, and the rose was reborn in the east. So the name, which means the foremost of the Westerners, refer to the dead, not a geographical location. As I said previous night on the Tiger's Nest on Radio Anu, this author here is saying the name foremost of the Westerner, because that's what Kente Amenti means, the foremost of the Westerners. He's saying that means, or the author is saying that means not a geographical location, but a philosophy as it relates to the dead. Now, as a philosophy as it relates to the dead and the underworld, that may be so. In fact, I can rock with that, but that doesn't take away of it referring to a geographical location, the foremost of the Westerners. Yeah, remember this thing is multifaceted. This is spirituality we're dealing with. It doesn't necessarily just have one meaning and then that's it, and it doesn't mean anything else. Yeah, so it says here, he was depicted as a man swathed in bandages like the mummy-formed Osiris wearing the crown of Upper Southern Egypt. He is referred to in the necropolis seals of Den and was often mentioned during the Old Kingdom. So the Old Kingdom now, which is going into the first and the second and the third dynastic period. Can you imagine this? So this is one of the oldest known gods that they have. One of the first gods that we really know about, but we don't really talk about him. Kente, Amenti, very important. And he's seen in the seals of the necropolis of Den. And Den now is an ancient Hor king. He's called Horden. This is it. This is the seal of Den specifically. So you can see from an ancient time, you know, mention is made. He's also highlighted in the Kwa'a Stela. We will get into all of that when we come together on Sunday. The Kwa'a Stela, Kwa'a is one of the first dynastic kings, but that's still very old. I think he came very close to the end of the line of the first dynastic kings. And this one is from Kwa'a. It's specifically one of the ancient ones. All right, this is very important, family. So when we go into Kente Amenti now, which obviously is a mystic vibration. Let me just read this off for you. I want to get the brother Icern too. However, as time progressed, his position as the guardian of the Abydos necropolis and his role as the deity representing the dead king was absorbed by Osiris. You see, after a time, Osiris then came on the scene. Family, Sunday is the key. Sunday in the temple. All right. And his funerary role was to some degree absorbed by Anubis. By who? By Anubis. Okay. His later appearances are largely as to combine the deity Asir, Kente, Amenti. So Kente Amenti may have himself replaced an older god. What? I mean, remember Kente Amenti is pre-dynastic, you know. Kings that enough people never hear about. Kwa, which is first dynastic. Then pre-dynastic, Horden. Kente Amenti is the man deity. But Kente Amenti may have replaced an older god. Wepwawet, the opener of the ways. What is he? The opener of the ways, who was also syncretized with Osiris. All these gods come together into one person. And when you tell them 3 and 1 and 1 and 3, they have a big problem, but they're comedic though. Yeah, they infuse with each other. Wow, beautiful. So anyway, I'm telling you, family, I think Sunday again, looking forward to your presence in the Tigers Temple. Remember, the Tigers Temple is not something that you will be seeing on the YouTube, Facebook, or anything like that, for sure. And not only maybe like what I'm going to do in a few moments, I'm going to give you a few highlights of the interview. Well, more like a reasoning that I did with the great Icern. And basically, as I said, the contribution to come into the temple is only $10. If you come in on the day, that is $20. But brother, you can put sister, you could put an extra 5 on that, and you have a whole month pass. But here it is. If you order the Night of the Black Tiger, the DVD documentary, you following me? Before Sunday, or definitely, you know, I should make it even before Sunday, you know, because you need to take it in. You should order it tonight, soak it in, watch it several times. If you're serious about not just knowledge, but you can prove things through the mystic too. It's the mystic we thrive on. That is what's going to be blowing up the place on Sunday. So looking forward to your present. So remember, you get the Night of the Black Tiger, a full month in the Tiger's Temple, obviously beginning with Kente, Amenti, and Marcus Garvey.
Side.
Rastafari,
the
sir.
side see the icon to have a dual nature. Now I'm going to tell you why them argue about this dual nature. I argue for this dual nature, which is the Roman Catholic side of things. You see, the popes and them then claim vicarship of the Christ, meaning all that the Christ own, them control. It is said that the Christ is God in flesh. You understand? So they wanted the theology to have that concept that they will get to be God and man.
Yeah, man.
So they were arguing for the dual nature theologically for that purpose. Arius and they say, well, listen, we recognize a divine nature in this icon, but not a human nature. You understand? That philosophy they develop, they argue over this thing here for hundreds of years, literally, theologically, generation after generation like this. You understand?
Yes, sir.
Now, they may have when they build the Constantinople, where they build now the first Christian church in Hagia Sophia, this church they call Hagia Sophia. They have two different realms ruling in there.
Turkey.
Right? Because one of them rule over the east, which are the Orthodox, of which Ethiopia, Syria, and Egypt, and so on, are part of. And you had another bishop. The name evade me a little bit now. I really can't forget into this area information. But they had two different bishops that rule inside Constantinople. One is Patriarch of Constantinople, and the other one carry a different label that give him authority over the western side of the realms, because the empire had an eastern side and a western side at that time. Now the Jews and them, what happened? The Jews and them, you would have to get into the works of a man called Nana Banchi Dakwa in the book entitled The African Who Wrote the Bible. Right? In that book now, it shows you a lot of scholarly information suggesting that the Jewish people did not create the writing that they were claiming in all these Torah and all these different books that they were carrying around. You understand? In that book, using linguistic investigation into the scripture, Nana Banchi Dakwa, who is a Akan brethren, trace back these names into Akan. Now his theory is this, that the civilization in Egypt were made up of African from the interior. You know what I mean? One what do you call it? One melting pot, if you like, of the different excellence of the African culture from the interior. Definitely. Among those, the Akan people were specialized in these sacred writing, these holy script and so on and so forth. And he's saying that it's these Akan people who produce these writings. And in this book, he produced the evidence, the linguistic evidence to prove that the Jews and them weren't responsible for the writing. What the Jews have done, and you have Raskwama in, right?
Okay.
Yes, me, man.
Okay,
Cool.
respect. Well, all right, let him man continue.
Yes, my lord. So the king will present with you.
Yeah, well, you will contribute because,
Of
you know,
course.
somebody said, you know, we did research together.
All right,
You
whenever
understand? So
you
some
can
of this
come in when you pass
information.
it here.
Yeah. So the
Yes, my lord,
Jews,
give thanks. Give thanks, CDI, long time.
yeah,
Hmm.
yes, I.
True.
So why I say with Nana Banshee, right?
Mm-hmm.
They found out that the Jews and them weren't responsible
Right.
for the writing. But what they did, however, getting themselves exposed to these theosophical ideas that the Egyptian already had captured in their writing. Their writing, which, by the way, during the time of the Greek occupation, got transposed into the Greek language. All these theosophical ideas that were in Egyptian hieroglyph and them someday, over these hundreds of years up until the Roman took over from the Greeks, this information got into that writing. So the information was in Greek. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
So these Jews got their hand on manuscript on during the fall of Egypt, and were able to extract the theosophical ideas. And what they did, they used the Yiddish language, right? And compile that together with Old French and create what we know today to be the Hebrew language. And they put the information in that language.
I didn't even plan to stop and even comment on this, I was just giving you a bit of it, but that was a key point. We came back to that later down in the whole reasoning, but well, as you may see here, this is like a 2-hour reasoning we had that evening. Very beautiful, I know let's just be straight. Some ones will be listening and, boy, them man, hear them man, are believing in the Bible there. Here we said it, look, well, I mean, that's why I say we have to be a little more mature in how we perceive things and how we gather information. Even if you're correct that them man didn't believe in no Bible, trust me, you sit down and listen to the whole vibration. You see, it's not because someone is talking, mean you gotta believe everything they say and agree to everything they say. We gotta be a bit more mature. The level of the reasoning, Rastafari, that the brethren brought to the temple the other night is well appreciated. So what the brother is saying here now, the Hebrew that you know today, and I think I also asked him about, okay, well, what about the ancient Hebrew? Because, ones that really study the ancient Hebrew, I think is the Paleo Hebrew, they would call it. They don't align the modern day Hebrew with that ancient Hebrew. But what Icern is saying now, they took the Yiddish, and interesting that the Yiddish people are the same Hebrews today, but he's saying at that time, they took the Yiddish language, this is just a few hundred years ago, relatively speaking, and mixed it with some old French. So French is older than Hebrew, and brought together what you call Hebrew today. This is what the Ras is saying, so listen good.
Up until the Roman took over from the Greeks, this information got into that writing. So the information was in Greek. You understand? So these Jews got their hand and manuscript on during the fall. The Egyptian already have captured in their writing. Their writing, which by the way, during the time of the Greek occupation, got transposed into the Greek language. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
So these Jews got their hand and manuscript on during the fall of Egypt,
Mm-hmm.
and were able to extract the theosophical ideas. And what they did, they used the Yiddish language, right? And compile that together with Old French and create what we know today to be the Hebrew language. And they put the information in that language. So during the time of the Roman Empire, the reason why they were getting persecuted, because as His Majesty said once, the battle in earth really is for the mind of men. And because the Jew and them, mina spread them seen through literacy. Because people don't understand now, the Jew are a created people. Shlomo son, a Jewish professor, wrote a book, and I'll have to say the title, and that tells the story. The invention of a people called Jews.
The Jews, right.
You understand?
Speaks for itself.
So, yeah. So they really were an invention. They create that language. You understand? And they start to spread that religious culture. When we hear about Jews today, we think like a bloodline of people, a special race, or breed of people, according to these chosen people story in the Bible. That's the way we think about it. But the Jews, a Jew was really anybody that subscribed to the religion of Judaism.
Yeah.
The people that we know now that identify themselves ethnically as Jews are people who converted into Judaism, and then after a family in a Judaism and then breed up and then pick me in the tradition, then it become this ethnicity, so to speak. But this thing actually start up with Solomon Bar Isaac called Rashi. You have to look him up.
Yeah, man, I don't remember from day one you tell me about
No man,
yeah, man,
no man is a Jew.
I don't do my
No man
research.
is a Jew. Sorry. No man is a Jew unless he go through the works of Rashi. Rashi is the one that wrote the protocol for the religion called Judaism. Now, what Judaism gonna do now, since them a convert, when you go into their fold, because they start out as what called rabbinical Judaism, which are one set of guys who have these writing and so on, where they extract, you understand, and transpose into this language that they create between Yiddish and Old French. So they start out like that, then these rabbis now start to teach. So a literacy process starts during a time that the whole of Europe, except for nobles and people in the higher ups, been completely illiterate. So the Jews and them may be able to conversion for building numbers and bring themselves into a people. You see? That's what actually happened there.
Because of conversion.
Think about this, Now I'm gonna go, and then because I will connect now with my question surrounding, with that in the backdrop, I will go straight to my question surrounding this idea of 72 scholars get called down from, I suppose, up in Israel as Jewish scholars.
Yes.
To come down in Egypt at the Library of Alexandria to translate, to create the Septuagint translated out of a Hebrew Bible. Correct?
Yes, family, and this is why I say, you have to definitely come into the temple, I mean, surely I can't give you the fullness of this evening. I promise you, I'll give you a touch of it some other time, a little more, especially coming up close to Sunday for sure. And remember, you know, you could get a copy of the encounter itself, the whole video. It's there. You can get a copy of it. Once you contact us, you can get a copy of that video. But man, you need to come into the temple. When you're in the temple, man, and you really see the sparks flying. That was a nice sit down. Whether you agree or disagree, definitely, you could see it was energetic. You could see, all right, there's some fireworks were going on there. It was beautiful, family, definitely. So, but this Sunday in the Tigers Temple, for sure, remember, we are going into some serious high science. Yeah, some metaphysics, some esoterics, more than metaphysics. Esoterics we're going into, family. Marcus, Mosiah, Garvey, Kente, Amenti, Wep, Wawet. That's what we are talking about. You know, so, you know, we ain't questioning. We ain't playing angel's advocate. We're not trying to figure out. We are going to be showing you, listen, this is how it's done. Straight off. I'm just being straight. You know how it is. That's what Rakim says. This is how it should be done. This style is identical to nothing. I wonder if some of you know them kind of melodies there. So for sure, family, let me repeat. Of course, you know, to get into the temple on Sunday, there's a contribution, and it's only $10. There's a contribution, and it's only $10. You get that? All right. Now here it is. Of course, if you're gonna come in on the day and you make your purchase on the day, it will be $20. You just put an extra $5 on that. You have a month's pass into the Tigers Temple. But we have a DVD documentary that you could order via the website. In fact, you can email us or call us, and you can order it that way too. The Night of the Black Tiger. Some of you have it. I know most of you would have seen clips of it on previous videos, but you need to watch the whole. If you're a person that's not only serious about knowledge, because we're not saying like, you know, we're the hub of all the knowledge, but I know for sure that we have a mystic link to the information that we bring to you. Breaking it down and unraveling it, family. That's what I'm talking about, unraveling it. I'm not competing with nobody, you know, because to be very honest, they know too much, you know, heavy unravelers. We are going to show you on Sunday. The fact that you hear me stressing it, just believe your brother. Gonna be busting up the heavens and showing you really what's going on as it relates to Kente, Amenti, and Marcus, Mosiah, Garvey. So I would love you to see the Night of the Black Tiger before Sunday, to the point that if you don't have it and you order it before Sunday, I should say, you know, before the Sabbath. We're changing that to the Sabbath. So all my technicians, we're changing that to the Sabbath. They got to order it before the Sabbath they come in, which is the end of Friday. Yeah, so you can watch it properly. We're not in the rush thing. So if you order it before the end of the Sabbath, any complications, just talk to me. We have understanding. If you order it before the beginning of the Sabbath party, before the Sabbath begins, that's the end of Friday, you will definitely get a whole month's pass into the Tigers Temple. So yeah, definitely that is a must for you to see the Night of the Black Tiger coming into the online webinar. It's like a webinar we're having in the Tigers Temple. I will be doing the presenting this Sunday. You know, I will be, let's say, the main what do you say, the person we all been waiting for, the main attraction for the evening. I am very thankful for that. So looking forward to that. Remember, family, that you could definitely get your I Am the Best shirts. Even if you're not a part of the International Homeschool Program, you could definitely order your I Am the Best t-shirts. Make people read it. I am the best and I deserve the best. And only the best is coming to me now. Yeah, it's good stuff. So I'm looking forward for you. But remember, you get the shirt for free when you enroll in the international homeschool. I mean, doesn't that sound good to you? It sounds wonderful to me, if you ask me. So family, give thanks for the moment. We give thanks to the life giver and the keeper of life. We give thanks for all great joy. And as I said, looking forward to touching base with you. Looking forward to the Tigers Temple on Sunday. Holy Emmanuel I, Selassie I, Jah Rastafari. Blessed love.